outside and then proceeded to tell me that I should be okay with the cold weather because he's going to be okay with it. And I was like, nah, dude, it don't work like that. I didn't say that. You know, I was like, nah, because about 6 weeks ago, I was out there in the cold and I wound up getting a little sick, you know, and I wasn't feeling good for a couple of weeks after that because I was out in the cold and I was like, and then I had another couple that changed up on me at the last minute, had me outside in the rain, you know, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing that no more. And I don't have a problem accommodating, but I was like, nah, sorry about the bumpiness, y'all. This is the problem with these little tiny cars. They hit these bumps and everything just shakes and stuff. So I've been trying to do this video. It is what it is. Y'all just gonna have to see me jiggling there and all of that. So I was like, nah. So we finally got it straight. We had to call the people, signing company. They got it straight. We did it side by side, which I don't like doing it side by side in the cars, because they still have all these questions, and then it's hard for you to properly answer the questions. You know, it's like simple questions, nothing detailing it out, but it's hard because you're not seeing the document. They're like, what, do I sign? Do I sign? Do I sign? Fortunately, they didn't say that too much, but it was just still, it's just uncomfortable doing that way. Then you got to do your notarizations and all of that. It's just uncomfortable, you know, so got it done and everything, but, you know, yeah, this morning was a little rough. The second one went smooth. Everything was okay with that, and got them done. So I'm going to FedEx, drop the stuff off. I got 3 to drop off from 1 from yesterday, and that'll get to everybody on Monday. And I gotta do some other stuff. But I also wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about reverse mortgages. I've been seeing people sort of talking bad about them because it's 300 pages. It's no different than a refi that has 156 pages. You know, add that time, you know, times that by 2, you get, you know, 130 some pages. So the reverse mortgage application, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of pages, but a portion of those pages go to the client. You know, that's part of their information that they get to keep. So, yeah, I think some of the companies only paying $75 to maybe $90. I've seen some, you know, pay $100 for the reverse mortgage application, and all you're doing is just watching them sign the application. That's it. You're not notarizing anything. So you're spending time with a senior, you're helping them out, and you're pulling in about $75 to $100. Yeah, some pages, but honestly, the cost of printing isn't that bad unless you have a crappy printer. I'm just being real. You got a bad printer that's not that good. The ink is expensive on it and all that. Then yeah, I can see you saying it's costing me an arm and a leg because, you know, I do 5 pages, and that right there takes a third of the ink out of the thing. Especially if you're doing inkjet, which you shouldn't. Then yeah, you're going to be having some problems, you know, cost-wise. But the reverse mortgage applications are good because they lead into the reverse mortgage closing. The reverse mortgage closing through signing companies can be probably between $100 to $175. I'm typically getting about $125, $150. So they're not that bad. But a lot of people get turned off by them because of the amount of pages that are with them, but you're not printing that twice. You're not printing 300 pages twice. And if you're not sure, you can always call and contact them and say, hey, you know, what I'm supposed to do. And I just look through the package, and a lot of times there's a document in there that says customer copy. And when you see that, okay, everything from here back, that belongs to the customer. Or sometime it'll be at the front. It'll say customer's copy, boom, and then, you know, they sign the rest, and you're done. Now, you say, well, I still don't like reverse mortgages. Well, here's the thing. with the market maybe possibly somewhere down the line in the future changing, and if you look at one of the channels I subscribe to, Minority Mindset, they have a lot. I mean, he talks a lot about mortgages and how the mortgage industry works and how slow it can be, when things change in it. So it might be another year or two before you see some real change to where the number of refinances go down and all of that. Well, of course, buyers and sellers are going to still be out there, and people are going to be continuing to get older, and people are living longer. So that means there are people who are going to be doing reverse mortgages. And last I heard, and I think they dropped the age down from 65 to 60. I have to verify that, or 62 or something like that. But the age requirement has changed. So if the age requirement has changed, then that means more people will be applying to do the loan close. I mean the reverse mortgages, and with that, they need notaries to close them. Well, if you work with a signing company and you get about 7, 8 of those under your belt, maybe even 15, 20, that gives you the opportunity to have some experience doing reverse mortgages. And then when you then you can actually market yourself to law firms and other companies that actually specialize exclusively in reverse mortgages. That's what you should be looking at doing, especially if you're in an area where there are a lot of seniors or close to an area where there's seniors. You could be making you some extra money down the road if this market changes, and even while it's still, while things are still going, you could be making some money with reverse mortgages, and there's nothing wrong with them. And a lot of people are, pushing back on them, and in my opinion, you really shouldn't be. You should be trying to at least do those, so you can get some experience. So that's just my little take on reverse mortgages. Maybe I'll do a little bit more in detail about it, but it's not hard. Again, stop running away from everything that's different, okay? There's nothing wrong with reverse mortgages. That's a part of the mortgage industry. You're a notary. You can do them. You can make money doing them. And from what I've been told by other people who actually work directly with people who do companies, law firms, or mortgage people that do reverse mortgages exclusively, they're getting paid up to $300 or more for doing a reverse mortgage. So, again, expand your horizons, expand your view, and take an opportunity to get more into your life so that you can make money if this market when this market shifts and changes. Okay, so I'm gonna drop these documents off and be on about my business. Peace.